Okay, time to take the dash out so I can get to the ECU wiring. So yeah, let's get this dash out. Won't take long. Okay, so this is the fuse box that was running the ECU. So this wire here is the coil feed for the coils, and then these two wires, that's injector feed for the injectors, and that's injector return, because it sometimes need a return for power back into the fuse box to power something else. So it's like a return loop on 12 volt. I'm going to start the engine and just check the current through each wire using lamp clamp, so I know what to set a fuse when they go into the PDM. And then we've got some ignition wires I can make it a lot thinner. Obviously this fuse box will be gone, and then the new loom will be going into the ECU nice and tidy. The grounds at the moment are going there. I will change those grounds and possibly go to the engine block. That seems to be the preferred method for grounding the ECU grounds. And also I'll sort out a lot of this wiring, make it look a lot nicer. And there'll be a couple of holes there for the new bulkhead connectors to come through, to pass through. And then a loom again will be made for the throttle position. Anyway, let's get the engine running and check these amps. Okay, so that's the current draw for the coils on idle, about 3.8 amps. When I rev it up, it seems to max out about 15 amps, which is fine. We'll be going on to a 20 amp circuit on the PDM, so that's cool. So injector power on idle, injector feed, it's taking about 0.1 of an amp. Let's give it a rev up. So it seems to top out about 1 amp, and that will be going on to 15 amp circuit on the PDM, which is fine. But I can set the fuse accordingly. But yeah, okay. Okay, just tidying up the ECU wiring here. I'm going to got a couple of holes drilled there, and I've made an extra bracket to hold the ECU mounting on, so it's stronger down there, so there's no movement down the bottom here. So it's really solid. So I'm going to cable tie the two looms to the side here before they go run up into the ECU. So I'm going to try and have the cable pushed upwards as much as I can when I cable tie them down, so that the wires are not under any sort of stress and not pulling anywhere. In fact, there's a little bit the other way. So I'll do that. I will be putting some tape around here when it's done, just to keep it from dust off. But I didn't reboot the back because I may change things around. There are some spare pins on this side. But anyway, let's get this cable tied down, get this tied up, and then we can start the engine bay side. Okay, it's time to get the PDM loom installed into the vehicle. It's all sort of finished off now. So it's as tight as it can be in here, ready to install the loom. Once it's installed, we're going to start the car, make sure the ECU wiring is good, look through the parameters on the PDM software, on the AIM software, so I make sure everything is, all the voltages and amps and everything are good. There's the back of the hole for the bulkhead connector to come through the PDM, which is cool. Okay, let's get this sort of crimped in, cable tied down, and we'll go from there. It's just about to get the body loom in. There's the bulkhead connector, go through to PDM for the body loom. The white one goes there, so I've got the headlights one. There's a breakout there on both sides. Okay, let's get the main loom out now, get it sort of in its place and cable tied down. Okay, so just about to put the bulkhead connector onto the circular connector. Okay, so that's on now. Now we're going to get the wires tied up around each side down to the breakout. Okay, so we're doing the outside sort of first tidying the wiring up, cable tying it down to the body. Use these little brackets here, so probably into the body, and the cable tying through the hole for the hold the wires down. So there's one there, and then a couple more down here to hold in the hold the wires down. Okay, so that's the offside cables also tied up, and going down to where they should be going. Lights, horns, indicators, so on. There's one extra wire here that I haven't plumbed in yet, and this is going to be for the suspension ride height sensors. So this will be going hopefully down that hole there and out to the suspension sensors. Okay, the body loom for the front of the car is all in. So yeah, it comes from the bulkhead connector down to the offside, lights, indicators and stuff, and then the one down to the offside. So a couple of brackets there, another there. These two connectors obviously for the engine loom, and then it goes down, and then there's the other wire that will eventually go down to the ride height sensors. Okay, let's turn this on and see if it works. There's a fan wiring as well, and all earthed to one earth point on each side. Okay, let's turn this on and see what happens. So ignition on. Okay, ignition's on. Let's see if we get lights working first. Headlight. Cool, they are working. Let's try the indicators. Actually, put on the hazards to be easier. Hazards. Cool. All seems to be working. Quite happy with that. Let me just bring you in and show you the earthing points. So the old ECU earthed inside the car. This is the earthing point for the new ECU. So there's two there from one loom, from this loom, and the other loom also has some earthing points. So it goes so far. Just got to plug in the coils, get them down, and then do the other side. Once we do the other side, we'll get the sensor loom on. This is for the cam, crank, throttle, oil temperature, oil pressure, fuel pressure, all on here. Show you down the back of the throttle body there. So there's a throttle body wiring going up to the rest of the wires. Still looks a bit messy there, but I'll tidy up in a minute. So we've got the, actually we come from this side, it's probably easier to see. So we've got the knock sensor breakout, which goes down horizontally with manifold. There'll be cable tied up there somewhere. And then we've got the breakout for the starter motor signal. Crank sensor goes down there as well. So cable ties all together somewhere. 90 and make it all nice and neat, tidy. Okay, join back in a minute, guys. I'll get the MS on. Okay, guys, engine loom is in. Temp cam sensor going around to the intake flaps here, and then the near side bank or driver side or passenger side in the UK. There's two bulkhead connectors, and then we're going down to various places down the back there. Okay, let's check the oil level, and then we can start it up. Okay, she's running, guys. She's smoking a bit because of the oil in the cylinders, but she's running fine. let it warm up, then get to temperature. Make sure the fans come in. Maybe there's nothing there, but that happens there. Okay, guys, fans coming in. It's up to temperature. She's running really nicely. I'm really happy with the turnout. Everything's cool. So let's just run through this. If this is the fan go off, and I'll run through all the sensors and stuff. But it's running really well. Okay, let me switch you off. We'll go for the sensors. So look at the vitals inside the car first. So we've got our oil pressure, oil temp, coolant temp, fuel pressure. Let's give a bit of rev up so you can see how she revs. Revs really nicely. Okay, let me switch her off. And we'll just go through all the sensors. So we've got extra sensors. We've got our fuel pressure, oil temperature, oil pressure, and we've got a map and manifold absolute pressure sensor, because there's no one off map rather than off air mass. The air mass is there now just to be used as an intake temp sensor. There's a body loom. There's our two engine looms. One is for fuel injectors and ignition coils. The other one is the sensors. There's a loom running down. Maybe a bit more cable tie around it to tidy up, but really happy with it. Really happy. This is running well. Right, guys, next video I'll be going down to the dyno and doing the final tune. Now the new loom's on, we're back up to compression. Join me then, guys. But thanks very much. Take care. All the best. Before I show you guys before I go as well, this is the PDM software using it to check the engine, and this is the currents for the coils, the injectors, the cooling fans on now, fuel pump and so on. And then this is the ECU parameters here we got now. So we got the how much throttle, so we get a throttle that goes up, ignition angle, some flags there for the ECU to flag stuff up. We've got our oil pressure, 16 psi idle, really good. Our RPMs, ECU temperature, air intake temperature, oil temperature, coolant temperature, ECU dwell, and our pulse width for the injectors changed as well. Battery voltage lambda. A really good software, guys. Right, okay, that's it. See you guys in the next video.